Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome to the Longshots D&D. I'm Colt Sebastian Taylor. Thank you for joining us tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to turn over the main camera to our main DM, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Mr. Silent Buck himself.
hey.
Hey, look at that. And we have a new follower, Emily's Butt.
Well, Emily's butt, thank you for following as soon as... Yeah, I'm just dropping everything on my desk today.
Please
Nice.
don't shit on us.
Well,
Or do.
Question for Emily's Butt.
If you're into that.
How do I, Colt Sebastian Taylor, personally sound? Because I'm on a different channel than everyone else. So let us know how our sound levels are. So, because got a new mic, made a few adjustments. Just make sure your experience here on Twitch is good. So whenever that eventually broadcasts, let me know. So welcome, everyone.
how are we feeling this week, y'all?
I just got back from a casino.
Nice. Is that a winning back from the casino or
Okay,
a...
how much did you lose?
I didn't have to pay any money.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a company sponsored event, so they gave us funny money and said, "Here, go forth and prosper." And but I guess I kind of lost because I didn't stick around for the like giveaways, which is like the whole point. So I guess I lost my gas money. But whatever. I got a free drink. I think it's even Stevens.
I mean, yeah. So like, here's somebody to gamble. It's like, cool. I'm not going to gamble. Thanks for the money.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it was like Monopoly money. So, yeah, what do you do?
Oh,
I played blackjack and won like 80% of the time. Though it was fun.
Blackjack is where I stay in the casinos.
I don't go anywhere else.
I stay at the bar.
That shit's expensive.
You stop caring after a few.
I never stop carrying. No way. I might still order another one, but I'll bitch about it.
I mean, the thing is, you're either going to lose money at the table or you're going to lose money at the bar.
Shit, speak for yourself.
I know going to the bar, it's a safe investment.
Well,
Well then, on that casino advice,
yeah, if you guys ever need casino advice, you just holler.
yeah, come to this. Probably should put a disclaimer that
D&D and gambling.
Let me give you the best casino advice you'll ever hear. Just don't.
Or play Grand Theft Auto. Go to the Grand Theft Auto casinos.
Hell yeah! Or play Fallout New Vegas and just max out your luck stat, and then you win every time. That's just how it works.
The second you think you're winning at a gambling game, you've already lost.
If you gamble right, you can stay ahead.
Very true.
The other cards, there's another free Steam game called Prominence Poker.
I'd like to point out this is not a gambling stream.
no.
This is
Yeah,
again
no, absolutely
not a gambling
I
stream.
feel like
Well,
that might be
Sure.
Gambling with the dice roll.
that might be a terms of service thing there. So maybe less gambling.
Well, I mean, quite obviously, we're not gambling. But, you know, we're a group of friends that like to play Dungeons and Dragons, but also some of us may like to play some cards on the side. Speaking of which, here this week, I have just started purchasing more physical sets of a card game, sort of a deck builder game called Dominion, a game I am highly passionate about. So if you
love
guys
Dominion.
ever... There you go. All right, so that pivots me into my next one. If you guys want to either learn to play or you already know how to play and you want to play some Dominion sometime throughout the week, you just holler because I have every last one of those here in tabletop.
Hell yeah! I just played Magic: The Gathering for the first time this past weekend.
The
And,
first time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, $250 left my bank account. I don't know where it went, but
Yeah, fat
Magic.
packs. That's where it went. Fat packs.
Magic. That's what happened.
I gave up Magic forever ago because mysteriously my bank account was also disappearing, and I'm like, man, where's it all going? But I sure do have a lot of cards. And you know what? They're owned by the same people. You know, Wizards of the Coast does that too, and now it's Hasbro. So Hasbro overlords, hey.
I think I have
What's up?
a deck of cards that's about 20 years old.
You know what? Maybe worth something. You just sort of flip through that and find out.
See a Black Lotus anywhere in there?
No.
Yeah, a Black Lotus would get you going.
Black Lotus was worth a whole bunch back then too.
So,
Anywho.
I heard that you guys had a little bit of fireside chatting going on.
We did. And for those joining us, you will soon be able to hear and see Twitch on video on demand on YouTube. I'll be posting these videos on my YouTube channel within a few days of broadcast.
Woohoo!
Because some people like to watch this.
You know what? I'm a YouTube guy. I must confess. I'm very boomer in that regard. People are like, "Did you see that TikTok?" And I'm like, "Is it on YouTube?" just I'll wait till it's on YouTube. I'm like waiting for an in-home movie. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's go see this new movie in theaters. I'll wait till it's on DVD.
Well, I know YouTube does a YouTube Shorts trying to compete with TikTok.
Yeah, I just scroll past that. I hate it. It just feels like an advertisement on my YouTube app. It's just like, go away.
But now that we're here this week, I am reminded of the fact that we won't have Alias this week.
True.
So, Alias, if you're out there listening, stop listening. You're on vacation. Enjoy yourself. But you are going to be missed this week. So, shout out to there. Are we looking to jump in addition to some fireside chatting? Like now that we've got more people here, or are we just trying to pick up next morning? Up to you. I just want to know before I kick the ball into your court like we do.
The only thing I think we would like to do, or was kicking around before the long rest, is there was some discussion about perhaps Amatrine and Matthew tree popping over to Mintarn proper, grabbing the Belmont sisters and Shane and a chalice, and popping back in the morning, then heading to town with our rat mouse trench coat shtick.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, I do feel quite strongly that we should probably get the components for Heroes Feast, because that gives you everybody advantage on wisdom saves.
Yeah. So I think if she goes, take Matthew so he can explain to his sisters what they're doing. She pops back in the morning. That's only like one expended spell slot that we can get by with. So also Chalice is 1,000, so I'll need 144 from everyone.
Well, the Treeport and the Heroes Feast are both 6th level spells.
How many? You only have one of those?
I only have one of those. But luckily we have 2 druids.
True.
So I think like if we wanted to do that, it would take a little bit of coordinating. But it's possible. I don't know.
Miow just wants to fight people.
Do you want to fight people with advantage on wisdom saving throws? And, you know, what is it? Immune to fear? It has a bunch of different stuff.
Out of character, yes. In character, he's impartial.
Well,
Now as a weapon, you point him in the right direction. And
yeah.
Yes, this is true.
man, what is up with the internet tonight? It's like every Wednesday.
Well, from a mechanical point of view, we could pop Amatrine over at night and then say, hey, come dawn, be at the right tree, and then Radagast could open up a tree portal, and everyone can pop back in and just say, "We did that," and then you two would. But then you don't have a. Oh, then you would. Okay, then you would. Okay, yes, could do that.
The other thing is that this only lasts 24 hours. We're gonna spend 2 days in a boot. Is it a boot?
A bell, but
A bell.
A bell.
I vote a boot. Can we do this in a boot?
bell shaped like a boot. A diving boot. A diving boot.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Was they
the typical boot.
Yeah, a boot. We're gonna spend a couple days in a bell. I guess if we do a Heroes Feast, is this something that we want today, or do we want it in 3 days when we're fighting Cthulhu?
I think we want it when we're fighting Cthulhu.
Yeah, we'll have to time it.
Well, you know what I mean, like the main issue.
Good old Cthulhu.
Yeah. Cthulhu. So that was my thinking. If we have enough funds for 2 chalices, that would be wonderful. If we don't, then we may want to pick and choose what day we do this. If we even want to do this.
I mean, I think we have a lot of money.
It's 1,000 gold pieces for a chalice.
I'm okay with that. Again, Miow just wants to punch things. So if it's going to make him punch things better, I think he would be on board.
It will make you punch things better.
It'll make you punch
You
the
have my
right
vote.
things.
Yes.
Okay, listen. Then if we're not discussing this, then I'm more than happy to make an executive decision to say we're sending Amatrini and Matthew before the long rest to Minton proper to get one chalice, bring them back with the Belmont sisters and Shane, and through a Radagast tree teleport, which will expend one of his spell slots. We polymorph everyone, all the PCs, into mice, put them in a Colt's trench coat, and we're heading to town with disguised Colt, Belmont sisters and Shane pretending to be his fellow party members as we try to sneak on the ship and then take it over. Unless someone has a very strong feelings against that. Otherwise, I think we're not talking in a circle for like 15 minutes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So how many gold pieces are people willing to donate to this cause?
Whatever needed.
1,000 per
1,000
Heroes Feast.
Yeah.
As far as Miow's
ideally,
concerned, he hasn't made any money since this whole thing started.
Don't worry
so.
about me. I haven't. Colt has me.
Hey,
sorry.
Colt, you were proficient in jewelry tools, right?
That's correct.
Make me a check with your proficiency bonus.
What would that be? That'd be like a D20, then just.
Yeah, just a 20 plus your proficiency.
4.
That would be a 20. Well, now the suspense is killing me.
Right.
20.
So, you're gonna send them over? Oh yeah, and I was just curious.
Okay. Oh,
If that comes into play, I'll use it. Otherwise,
Oh, we have a hello from Big Bearded Beautiful. Hello from the Dungeon Crawlers, which was the D&D game we rated last week. Thank you for joining us.
well, hello.
Hello. All right.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we're about to have a lot more fun now that, just like every week, we have ourselves a thrilling recap and introduction by none other than Colt Sebastian Taylor.
Okay.
So please.
Drum roll.
Last week on the Longshots Dungeons and Dragons, actually it was 2 weeks ago, the Longshots returned to camp with some friends, a lot of friends, some villagers, and a giant killer robot. A fight ensued. However, the ever-diplomatic Theron, the paladin of my heart, managed to negotiate a truce with these hive mind, big mouth baddies to the point where they agreed not to fight, and then they took down the big bad robot on the side. Turns out the farther away they are from the village, the less control the hive mind has on them. They can't come back with us to the village, but they did say that if the hive mind was quick, chances are the village could be on hive mind. They also kind of determined that Marie, a former Longshot member, might be stuck down there. She's probably in a little bit of trouble. And that, follower.
Woo.
Treble Cutfee.
Treble Clef.
Treble Clefkey. It's a Pokemon.
Oh. Just pausing, just waiting for the music to end, because sometimes I have to mute that music because it's apparently copyrighted. Anyways,
Apparently.
that's why I got a copyright notice. So Marie might be stuck down there as well. And then there was a dramatic 90-minute discussion about how the hell do we pull this off. First, the idea was to destroy the village and kill everyone in it via a demon pirate ship. And another follower! Ho-ho! It's Stratocaster. We got 45 followers.
Nice.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
So, destroy the town using a demon pirate ship that would may ransack up and down the Sword Coast? Good idea, but maybe not so much. Eventually, the idea the gang settled on was to polymorph everyone to mice, stick them in Colt's trench coat, and sort of just mosey on through town, get on the ship, steal the ship, subdue, or... Another follower, oh my god, it's raining followers, great. I've never enjoyed being interrupted so much in my life.
It's true.
It's true. Steal a ship, kill or capture the crew, go to the hive mind, destroy the hive mind, and then sit back and wait for this all just to blow over. Also, we're sending Ametrine to get a chalice. You might have picked that up earlier. So, will the Longshots mosey through town? Will the Longshots talk their way onto the ship? Will the Longshots take a ship by force? Will they destroy the hive mind? Find out that and more on this week's Longshots Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo!
Whew.
All right. So, bright and early in the morning, everyone has just risen from their various sleeping bags and or bedrolls, maybe their rocks. Perhaps they slept in badger form or eagle form. A tree portal once again opens up like before. Very...
Excuse you, Theron has a tent.
Yes. Tents and sleeping bags and what have you. If you guys are all camping oriented, of course. Out pops Matthew, clutching a couple of fairly randomly large-sized chalices, encrusted mostly with some gems. There is a bit of jank about them. They don't seem to be all the way encrusted. So, Colt, you believe that maybe with a little bit of some of your jewelry know-how, we can get those touched up.
Okay.
Which we did a check for that, so no worries. So with a little bit of time, you're able to go through and almost kind of like resolder some of these gems, put them back in their sockets, shave off a bit of excess metals. Got them looking good. 2 adequate 1,000 gold piece gem encrusted chalices.
Whoa.
Thank you, D&D spell components.
There you are.
So,
Good old Shalice.
Everyone take off 144 gold.
The day is
Jokes on
yours.
you. I only have 62 gold.
Okay, I'll make up for the rest.
I have no gold.
You know what? I'll figure out bookkeeping afterwards. Don't worry. I'll take a look. I'll take care of it.
It's
It
okay. You
is-
can have mine.
Up to you guys how you want to go through and do this. Once again, I will go ahead and recap the recap, short and concise. You know that there is a reef just offshore under which supposedly lies some sort of very nasty abyss type underwater city. The reef is going to be hard to navigate except for locals or people very experienced by sailing. In order to get down there safely, a lot of people either use a set of diving suits, some of which can be found in a lockup in town, or, more naturally, they use a magic item which is described as a bell, which is underneath the keel of their ships when they go out there, underneath the middle part of the ship. So, with all of that information in mind, what do you do?
How close are we to water right now?
I mean, not entirely too far. You guys have been basically following the coastline as much as possible. The road sort of winds that way, almost California coast style. I would say roughly a half mile.
Okay, and then as far as distance to the town that we escaped from.
That's going to be about 3-4 miles down the road. You guys aren't like really far away, but you're basically in what is a old farmland. That ditch that you guys were seeing on the map, the state of the rundown house, what remains of some old irrigation ditches, trenches, old farmland.
Okay. Are we still planning on having Miow pilot the boat? Was that what we decided on? I can't remember.
If you want my advice,
we discussed a lot of different options the last time we discussed all this. So where did we officially land?
You're about to say my advice. I would love to hear some input from the DM.
Yeah, I think DM advice sounds wonderful. Please.
I mean, you're kind of the best thing they've got right now. So
Great. All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do. Meow's gonna take Wave out of its sheath and say, "We've got a job to do." And he's gonna start walking towards the coast, and he's going to try to yell into the ocean as loud as he can until he can find some sort of friendly dolphin to guide us on our path when we get that boat.
I mean,
So that's what Meow's going to go do.
Wouldn't that make more sense to do that once we steal the boat and we're out actually in the ocean?
Yeah,
Flipper.
we don't want to attract attention from potential ocean creatures that can hear stuff in the ocean.
Well, my thought is, what if we get there and there's nobody close enough to us? At least this way we could tell them, hey, meet us there at this time, this hour, and I'll give you some extra fish or something. I don't know. That's my thought. I mean, you guys tell me. If that doesn't make sense, then I won't do it. But now I was really looking forward to yelling into the ocean.
Oh, you're going to yell in the ocean. It's just a matter of timing.
All right.
Just thrusts his head underwater.
Hello!
I think we need to get the boat, get out of the port, take the ship by force, and then talk to the ocean about how not to crash on the reef. I also think we could say at this time, since Alien is not here, that Alien would do his telepathic link, so we could link with Anna. Or at least, well, you know what? Would Anna and Matthew walk through town with us, so we're all on the boat at the same time? It seems like that'd be a whole lot easier than having her waste a spell to polymorph and then try to connect with her.
Well, we brought the Belmont sisters with us, right?
Yeah, so we'd be going in as a group. We could figure our way through that. I think
What happened to our hour-and-a-half rat plan that we discussed?
No, we're gonna do that. I'm saying.
Yeah, we're doing that. We locked it in. It's
Yeah,
locked in.
we're bringing the Belmont sisters, Shane and Anna, to watch the ship while we go underneath the water.
all I'm saying is Miow is like one hair away from like a complete and total meltdown if his wife dies. So
Okay, we'll just
we should be careful.
We'll make you into a mouse, put you in a pocket, and then bring her along.
Yeah, you're not even gonna notice.
Just tell her not to say anything. Don't say anything.
Shh. I love it.
Quiet as a mouse.
Okay. Yeah, we need to take the ship. Colt might try to sweet talk some of the crew off. We'll see what happens, and then we'll just get out in the ocean and try to take the ship, because that's our best fucking option.
Okay.
Okay.
Engage plan. You guys all look around at each other and decide to do the sequel to With Apologies to Ratatouille. And
I just realized that.
a move you guys had seen once before with Jeremy Monopoly.
That's a good point.
Could I?
I still think Colt should run through town with playing a flute, pretend to be the Pied Piper, but leading the rats in the town instead of out of town.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well. Cat will use his Colt will use his glamored armor to change his appearance from his usual swashbuckler outfit to a longer trench coat with many internal pockets, and he will also use disguise self as they get closer, because it only lasts for an hour. But he will make himself look like the orc that was on Volo's cover of the Longshots.
Right, could I have retroactively say that because I have a ring of spell string I keep forgetting about, could I put a polymorph spell into it so that one other person can use it and be polymorphed?
Yes. So that
Like
would
the
be a
knight.
great way to spend long rests. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you've got spell slots at the end of a long rest, definitely put those in the Ring of Spell Story. Yep.
Yeah.
And you
I
should
already
also-
had spells in it, but I can just expend the other
Yeah.
spell and put a polymorph
Good
into
thinking.
it. And then give it to someone who wasn't polymorphed.
And then you'll probably give a speech at the beginning of the morning for some temporary hit points.
I'm just going to recite the entirety of Mice and Men.
And
a
remind me,
long
are we doing the Heroes Feast today, or are we doing it later?
No, let's get on the boat
Oh God,
first.
Lenny, no.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it on the boat.
we're gonna do it on the boat.
Poor Lenny.
Wow.
Wait, actually, I have a speech. We have before us an ordeal of the most grievous kind. You ask, what is our policy? I will say it is to wage war against a monstrous tyranny, never surpassed in the dark, lamentable catalogue of human and not so human crime. That is our policy. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. Victory! Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of terror. Victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory there is no survival. And that's my speech for
Wow.
the hit points we get.
That might be the best one yet you gave.
Matt's
I
just gonna
copy
like
and
start
pasted a whole lot
clapping.
of
He's be like,
pages.
"Yeah, man."
The hella Churchill.
How many?
Yeah, exactly.
How many?
It's
how many
awesome.
is that?
Where are my feet? It was 15, but I think it's 16 now. Yeah, 16 team HP for 6 allies.
Well,
That's how many are in the party right now, so Alien doesn't get it.
Yeah. And then Alien also gets his own temporary hit points, which is the form of dread. So
Yeah.
it's probably the best. Yeah. Okay. So everyone's a tiny mouse in my glamored trench coat. I'm an orc. I'm gonna wrap a rag around my very ornate hilt of my sword, because it's fucking hive mind, so they might recognize it. So I'm gonna disguise the hilt, and I'm also gonna put my pistol on the inside of my coat too.
Did Radagast just change into a mouse all by himself?
I think he's gonna polymorph someone.
I mean, Radagast is he's a moon druid.
Yeah, I've wild shape.
Wild shape.
So
So
we sort out that we could get everyone into wild
Yeah,
shape.
we did.
Yeah.
How close to
think-
town are you doing the polymorphs? Because those are an hour, right?
A polymorph is not an
just
hour.
out. Yeah, concentration up to an hour.
Yep.
I would say.
Oh, it says up to 1 hour. Up to 1 hour.
I would
Yep.
say,
That would be an hour. Yes.
well, my disguised self only lasts an hour also, so I would say just as we crest the hill.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
true.
thought you meant how long it takes to cast it. I'm being
No.
dumb.
Just try not to get injured while we're in your pockets. Could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
a little off.
I'm hoping to be slightly outside of the harbor once this all doesn't, and then I'll point when.
Yes,
when-
we've been there before.
yeah.
I just want to say, Vel as a mouse has crawled up underneath Colt's hat
Okay.
rather than in a pocket.
Okay, that makes sense. I imagine your mouse has 2 little horns on it.
It's like really pointy, like curved ears.
So, I would walk through town, not paying attention to anyone. Just another follower.
Woo!
Studio 74. Goodness.
So you do indeed crest the hill into town with all of your Ratatouille friends on your person. One thing that will stick out to you immediately is that, yeah, the town itself, the last time you visited yesterday, wasn't necessarily like the most bustling and busy thing. Today, though, it seems abnormally quiet.
Fuck.
Rather than having folks sitting out on their stoops and, walking around the streets are empty. The porches unsat.
Oh no. Stoop Kid wasn't afraid to leave his stoop today, you guys.
Hey, on a reference. Good stuff.
Making your way through town, generally eastward towards the edge,
It's a cat.
you are able to tell that there is still some activity towards the docks area. It looks like there's a bit of a skeleton crew going on, but it's as if the rest of the town proper is indisposed.
Okay.
That's at least what you would gather from the main drag of town without going anywhere too specific.
I'm just going right to the harbor and going to try to find a ship with a bell.
Excellent.
Do I have an increased sense of smell as a rat?
Yeah, we all got keen smell. We all have advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
Does my sniffer sniff anything?
Well, in fact,
Probably a hint of whiskey.
every fucking week, man. Every week on a fucking Wednesday. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on Tuesday. Doesn't matter on Thursday. I could sit in a fucking Discord call for until the goddamn cows come home. Wednesdays.
The
Wednesdays
timing
is just
was
phenomenal.
so perfect.
So, yes. In fact, as you're making your way up, the harbor being this almost horseshoe shape there, there is 2 very large buildings that just reek of fish. Seems to be some sort of processing plant. Maybe they're making fish oil, probably a lot of the above. But either way, one thing you're for sure, there's a lot of fish to be had in that building.
Insert inappropriate hygiene joke here.
Yes. So
Miow is gonna really, really like loud as a rat can and kind of like tug on Colt's. I don't know. What are you wearing? Like what are you wearing?
Large trench coat, like a big duster.
Like he's like riffling around inside of your duster, just kind of and trying to get your attention.
Well, I mean, I think Alien would probably have done the telepathic link with some folks. So.
But I believe when you're polymorphed, you have the intelligence of that creature.
Your stats remain the same.
Yeah, it's just your physical stats that change.
I thought it was all. I thought it was
Yeah, you obtain
that's
the
only for,
stats of
that's
a
only for
creature.
wild shape.
Well, if you look at my character sheet,
including
being a
people-
rat might actually give Miow an increase in intelligence. So,
Rats have intelligence of 2.
okay, that's fair. So anyway,
Anyways.
can I communicate telepathically then? Is that hand waved or?
I mean, if we're gonna get pedantic about the swapping of the stats during polymorph, I'll get pedantic in the fact that Alias is not here anyway to do this effect. So.
Okay, I'm gonna ruffle around in your pocket then until you take me out of it.
You're so undependable. All right, I will regretfully put you in my pocket and go, shut the fuck up.
Miow is gonna immediately just stiff body point with his tail and his snoot all in one straight line towards the buildings that he smells. The smelly smell.
A fish.
The smell that smells.
Smelly.
Do I smell fish?
Yeah. Yep. That's.
Okay.
I mean, it reeks on this block.
I'm gonna say, hey, you should have had breakfast earlier, buddy. Can put you back down in my pocket.
Listen, your rat of warning is going off. Okay.
Rat
What
of
else do you
warning?
want from me?
Looking around
Yeah,
the harbor,
do the
at
buildings
least.
do the buildings look like they have folks outside of them?
There's a few folks outside the fish packing houses there, just kind of loading crates onto carts. A few carts heading down towards the docks proper. There is a little bit of life.
Can I translate Miow to Colt since I'm a rat? I don't know if I speak rat now. But I do have the
Rats
telepathic.
do not speak.
No, but can I understand Miow and what he's trying to say, and can I express that to Colt?
There's no rat language.
No. They are just rats. And now, if you're wild shaping into a rat, that's different. But rats are rats and cannot understand nor speak a language. I mean, I'm sure somewhere in your instinctive animal nervous system, you could probably be like, oh yeah, fish. Yes, I understand. But
well, I also keep my mental stats wild shaped. So can
right, like I said, wild shape is different. You would be able to understand language. Yes.
Can I interpret what Miow is trying to say and then tell Colt that? Because clearly there's a miscommunication happening here.
Well, so far he's not even able to express exactly what it is. So I would say take Amatrine's best guess here from the RP.
Colt, he's really bugged by something.
God,
it might be worth checking out. Even just peeking in a window.
I'm going to say off, just under my breath, so close to a boat, and he wants his wife safe. Why are we going to the warehouse? And I guess I will casually walk with the Belmont sisters, Matthew and Shane and Anna, over to a warehouse. With the ships in view.
Just
okay.
Poke your head in briefly.
I'm going to, if people start talking to me, I'm just going to ask for directions to the ship. So, walking over to the warehouse, and I guess.
Roll perception as you're crossing the street over towards the warehouses.
That would be a 25.
You hear bang from inside one of the warehouses closest to you, followed by a second bang.
Are they gunshots? Metallic?
That is a definite gunshot.
Why are we going to these warehouses where there's gunshots?
Should we just keep walking?
Miow, can Miow crawl out of Colt's little thingy and kind of sneak inside? Is there like an opening that I could see where I could maybe like look inside?
So to more accurately describe what we've got going on, we have crossed the street. There's a bit of sidewalk, maybe like 8 feet of sidewalk. We've got a gate that is opened up to a warehouse. Now, outside of this warehouse, you've got a large sort of dock door. There's a couple guys loading carts out front. To be clear, yes, you could probably sneak through the dock door if you really wanted to go ham.
I mean, I'm a mouse.
You are
I
a
can't
mouse.
I can't imagine this could go wrong in any way. Worst case scenario, they're just going to think I'm a rat in a really gross town full of inbreds.
Worst case scenario, you get stepped on and a large man with a trident pops out in the middle of a warehouse. That's the worst case scenario.
Let's go back to the fact
Okay, that's fair.
let's also go back to the fact that you currently have 2 intelligence.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You can't really form plans polymorphed. You're 2 intelligence, 10 wisdom. You operate on survival instincts.
Well, I'll tell you this much. While you're sitting there out front pondering, you've heard the 2 shots. There's some rufflings in your pockets. You guys are deciding what's going on. Another thing you hear is the shattering of a glass window, and you're looking up at the front of this building off to your left side, which is going to be mapped north. Off to your left side, you can see some glass spray out from a second floor window, leaping out, cloak sort of flowing behind him, jumping down on a higher awning, rolling off, landing on a cart, getting to his feet.
Is it Neo?
Another perception check.
Mr. Anderson.
Is it Neo? All right, hang
It's
on.
Batman.
Hang on. Oh, God, this is supposed to be so simple. Well, that would be a 17 with my reliable talent.
Perfect. You can just make out his face as he does one of his rolls and goes and reaches for a sort of gator-style mask. It is indeed Tom Anderson, detective. He's got something slung across his back that looks oddly like a parchment case.
You know, my watch just buzzed me and says, "Art, you seem stressed right now." Just supposed to get to the ship.
Moments later, following this, ding, 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 from inside the warehouse, just bunch of bells going off.
How close are we to the ships?
I mean, you're within a good charging distance. There's quite a few ships to choose from.
But there's lots of ships. We don't know which one has the bell, right?
You don't know which one has the bell. You know where they would put it.
Okay, fine. How far is Neo from us?
Currently, as right now, as this is all happening, he's rolling off the final cart, maybe about 80, 90 feet away, and he's about to start running. Split decision.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
All right, well, you know what? Shit. I guess I will whistle to him and say, "Need a lift?" And wave towards the docks, and I'm going to run towards the docks with everyone else. If he follows us, fantastic. If he doesn't, oh well.
He hits the ground, starts to put one foot down. He hears that whistle, whips his head back. Need a lift.
Need a lift.
He looks back and goes, "Yeah, come on."
So he'll catch up. I'm going to run with everyone to the docks. I'm gonna yell at the Belmont sisters, Shane and Anna, and say, "Do any of these goddamn ships look like they have a bell?"
Well, it won't be so easy because today, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite D&D mechanics that is hardly ever used, we are doing a chase. Because out of that top window, once you catch up to Mr. Anderson, 1, 2, 3 individuals in cloaks jump out.
Jesus.
So, you'll be using your movements. They'll be using theirs. Each turn, you can obviously still take your dash. The goal, outrun, outwit, outplay. We will open with Team Anderson Taylor.
Okay, so he is 90 feet behind us.
You've caught up to him by this point, and you guys are at least taking a few steps away from the warehouse. There's a good, I would say, 60 feet between you and the other guys, who are just now coming out that window.
Okay, so I got all the mics. I'm gonna say to everyone, hang on. I guess technically with the Belmont sisters, Shade and Anna, they all have got 30 feet of movement and then an action dash another 60 feet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then since I'm piloting this delightful plan, I say we all move 60 feet. Are we out by the docks yet? How long till we get to the? What's the distance between us to see?
You are going to need at least 300 feet to get out there to see the ships. Now, there's lots of things in the way. This is where being creative and sort of visualizing things to yourself. You know, this is crowded and cluttered with objects. The street is not just the only thing you have to run on, right?
Yeah, imagine like Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Oh no.
How close are we to the water? We're on the dock, right?
So about 300 feet to even get on to a dock, and then of course there's, you know, whichever ship you're looking for that has a particular thing. So yeah, you're about 300 feet from this particular dock.
Here's the thing about Assassin's Creeding. We don't know. Brea's there. She's blind, and Shane's there who's a bartender. I just don't
And
think...
I am not built for this.
Yeah, I don't think he's the hippity-hoppity type of person.
Suggestion.
How many small items are in the way we just tip over behind us?
Valid.
Clearly blown, guys. Why don't we get the people that can to like shapeshift into giant eagles or something that have good speed and can carry people and just fly there?
I don't think we have enough eagles per people. We have like a fucking gang with us right now.
Now, all right. One thing I will do is I will have us stay a bit in the pocket because, you know, we're thinking hypotheticals right now and this is still evolving. Anderson's looking over at you, Colt. He's like, "Listen, I'll explain everything."
I'm going to leap out of Colt's pocket,
Oh boy.
turn into Amatrain, and I'm going to cast Fog Cloud behind us.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's handy.
What if I spend like 90 minutes talking about how to be discreet? It just all breaks down in an instant.
Fuck.
I love it.
I love it.
Which means whoever I polymorphed is no longer polymorphed.
And who did you?
I like to imagine that it was me, and
I'm thinking it was Miow.
Yeah, I like to imagine it was me.
Which I just like the visual of Miow bursting out of his pocket.
Yeah. So, okay, all at once, dead sprint. You've asked Anderson if he needs a lift. He's like, "Yeah, come on." You guys get together, turn around. You go to push some crates over. All of a sudden, pop, Amatrine out, and in the same blink, fog cloud. In the same blink, bam, up comes Miow. Who, Colt, can I just get a quick, like, sleight of hand check?
Okay. That'd be a 36.
You're able to deftly, like, as he comes out of the pocket, you just sort of halfway scoop him, put him on his feet and then push to get him started. Like, go.
Okay, so all right, so here's my plan.
Run.
I'm going to move
Run.
bonus action dash that gives me 60 feet, and as an action, take a crowbar and knock open any wagons full of barrels to roll down the street into the fog to interrupt whoever's chasing us.
Yeah. Tell you what, roll percentile for me.
Okay.
Because there's tons of carts here.
That would be 55.
As you're running through, on your left, there is a stack of barrels on this one cart, each of which seems to hold some sort of liquid. You can tell by the branding. One of them looks suspiciously like oil. That's the one you hit. Roll to hit.
Okay. What would that be?
Just your normal 2-hit modifier. I would use a crowbar similar to a club, which would be a simple weapon. If you're proficient with simple weapons, you're proficient with a crowbar as far as bashing things.
Okay. It's like a dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That would be a.
But it would be
18.
a strength mod, but whatever. Either way,
Right.
more than Wood's AC. I literally just needed to make sure you didn't flub it.
Okay.
Crushing that through, densing in. You've got a bit of oil coming out behind you. It's gonna be real sticky, real slick.
Okay.
Can I, once we're kind of like past those barrels, can I use Druidcraft to set them on fire?
I like it. Let's see. Harmless sensory effect, instantaneous harmless effect, light stuff, candle. You might as well. That'd be okay. All right.
Jesus.
So now we've got fog cloud, alarm bells going off, oil slick with fire. I think now they're going to try to dash to catch up, but they've currently lost sight of you. Can I just get a general stealth check for those of you that are outside of polymorph form? Those of you that are still polymorphed and on Colt's person, he's kind of got you covered there. Literally.
19.
Ooh, I am loud as hell.
Of course you are.
4 plus 2. I'm running with my
Of course you
mail.
are.
Clink, 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 clink.
You're like hitting every mailbox with your trident just to be a dick.
Just like,
So
I'm imagining I'm just like shoulder checking every like corner possible.
the explosion of fire and black smoke that rolls up, I guess, just like makes you guys jump and you weren't expecting it, because then you sort of knock into a what seems to be like an egg display out there, get an egg yolk all over you. It's nasty.
Oh, gross.
Loud too.
That'll be my crystals.
Right next to a wagon full of bells.
Now, up ahead is the closest dock. Docked to it seems to be a like sort of mid-range vessel. It's a brig. Smaller, not as small as it could be. You can't tell from your particular position whether or not it has what you're looking for, or if you looked to the north, which would be to your left, up that horseshoe, whether or not one of those ships has what you need. But there is a ship close to you. You've closed in within another 60 feet, so another 240 feet.
Miow, can you ask the ships which one has a bell?
Does Neo know which one has the bell?
Ask him.
Hey,
Wasn't he following us?
there's a Tom. Do you know which one of these ships has a bell?
Bell. Like,
Diving bell.
diving bell. Right.
Been here for a few days.
He's like looking back and forth between them, and he's like, I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Okay. Would I be able to make a perception check to see if there's any unusual rigging? Because I imagine a ship that could do that would have some sort of unusual rigging to lower and raise it. Does that look like an unusually rigged ship?
I like questions like these. No, don't roll me perception, because if you're looking for this in particular, you know, they've always got that sort of center wheel that brings up the anchor, right? Theirs seems to be reinforced in a way that normal ships are not. It's a little taller.
Okay.
Could
It's
very well be.
good enough for me. I guess we're running towards that ship and hoping for the best. Oh.
You guys are starting to head down the dock now, I assume taking your dashes, unless you guys are trying to do anything in particular. And
since I have like a bonus action because I can bonus dash and move.
right.
I will crowbar open anything that looks like could get in the way behind us.
He's going full Gallagher on everything. I got him.
Wait, hang on.
You drink of water there, buddy.
Wait, if he's going ahead of us and doing
When
this.
I was 10 years old, for my birthday, my mother took me to a Gallagher show.
There
and
it
I got
is.
a Gallagher hat.
There it is.
Nice.
Going full Gallagher.
Oh, wow. You know
Oh my
what?
God, nice.
You know what?
Perfect.
We're in my Gallagher hat tonight.
And you know what? Just for you, there's a big, large crate of watermelons that something inside you just feels like you have to smash all over. You think maybe it'll just make it a little bit more slick.
I don't think I've worn this in 35 years.
Well, tonight's your night.
Cool. Quick question from someone in the audience. When you walked in disguised, what were you disguised as?
I was disguised as the orc that Volo had on his Longshots book that he grifted off of our disappearance.
Beautiful.
Imagine Miow just look out, just burst out laughing.
100%. Yeah.
This is so.
So you're still disguised as that orc?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. As Miow is like shoulder checking every corner and barrel and anything that he could potentially avoid, he's gonna like look over at Colt for the first time and just fucking lose it. And maybe that will be my reason that I'm not being stealthy.
Okay, that makes
we're
sense.
sprinting for our lives, and he just barrels down laughing.
Amatrine's just trying to convince herself to get onto the boat.
And in that regard, as you guys are making your way down the dock, knocking over things in your way, I will say, did I get stealth from everybody? I did the first time around, and then let's go ahead and get them this time around. Okay. You feel like you've successfully lost them for the moment. So, this particular oh, I love random tables. This particular ship
Ah, Jesus.
has the name Reefer Madness.
Oh, okay, reef. Yeah, like a reef, like a coral reef.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a coral reef. And
Sounds rad.
emblazoned, with a large lion flag. There is no one on the top deck, but from where you're situated on the dock, which is lower than the height of the deck of the ship, there's a gangplank on the way up. You're only able to go one at a time, single file up the gangplank, but you don't hear nor see anyone up top on the deck.
Would the flag's colors happen to be red, green, and yellow?
Right, you are.
Okay, so there's no below deck area. It's not a big enough ship for that. It's just above.
It has a below deck area, but it's not full on galleon size. It's not like multiple decks. You having the experience that you have, it's probably just a sub deck beneath the main deck itself.
Okay. In the interest of time and safety, Miow is going to walk over. I'm assuming there's a door to below deck, closed, correct?
The door below deck would be closed, yes.
Okay. Since we don't really have a lot of time to check down there, Meow's going to pull out his immovable rod and jam the door shut with the immovable rod from the outside, just in case somebody try. But before he does that, he is going to check to see if it opens in or if it opens out. Because I don't want to leave any room for error here.
All right. So again, trying to keep us in the pocket. First up the gangplank, Miow, who runs up, whips out the immovable rod from the pocket, goes to click the button, stops, opens it really quick, checks that it opens, and is like, okay, all right. You see a bunch of steps going down. It's a little dark down there. There seems to be dim light, but you're like, okay, good enough for me. Bang, slam, boop, immovable ride right up on top, and ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. All right, Meow's gonna start getting the lay of the land and probably so with communicating with the aquatic life. Do I have to be underwater to talk to them, or can I like Aquaman from like above the ocean?
Let me double check because I think it's Trident of Fish command, which would dominate beast. That has a beast that would be an innate throwing speed. Dominate beast would be one that you can see within range. So yes, you'd have to see it, which I guess in this regard would now speak with animals. On the other hand, would be verbally communicating with beasts, limited by the intelligence. Suppose you could use the speak with animals, that particular property, and just throw something out to the void, and that way you're not gonna have to look. But
okay. I mean, like, so is the reef? Because I remember we went over this. We briefly discussed this. Is the reef directly outside of there he goes.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Is the reef directly outside of the town, or do we have to travel a ways to before we hit the reef? I can't remember.
About 30 miles out, I believe.
It's about 30 miles out. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, we can handle this in a bit. I think we can find our ocean companions after we escape this craziness.
All right, so we can only send people up one at a time up the ramp, right?
Yeah. And currently Miow is up there, and to be quite honest, Tom Anderson followed him, and then Shane Tailwind was right behind him, sweating profusely.
Hey, back, poor fuck. All right, I want to send up the Belmont sisters, and then I'll be the last one up.
All right.
I'm gonna hit the plank and just freeze.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm going to throw her over my shoulder and fireman carry her.
No, don't do it. No.
We
I'm not going.
We gotta go.
I'm not going. Just put me down.
I have to force her up there because she's gonna die.
I am not going. I am resisting.
Oh God. Well,
Squeak.
I'm going to.
Squeak.
All right, I'm going. All right,
Squeak in unison.
I will put all the mice down on the gangplank to run up. I will forget Vel's on my head. And I will let them run up, and I'll run up and say, "Amateur, we gotta go. We gotta go."
No. I'll just wait here.
Mouse there and runs away from you in terror, you big scary predator.
Tom, from within his trench coat, pulls out what seems to be like, a pistol handle from his other jacket pocket. He's assembling what seems to be the forward barrel section of it, and he props it up on the bow of the ship there, looking off towards the direction of the dock. He's like, "You better decide."
I'm going to tell everyone to drop their polymorphs so everyone is popping back up into folks, making Vel pop up on my head briefly, into my hat, and setting her down next to me. And
I'm wearing his hat.
You were wearing my hat for a bit. It's like someone's either got to drag her on here, or Amateur, you got to be a bird, and we'll see you in a few days.
I'm gonna take a breath. I'm going to like hype myself up, and I'm gonna run at the plank, and then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna try again, and yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that a couple times.
While you're having this moment, Miow is going to yell to Theron. Theron, raise the anchor. We gotta go.
Squeak.
I'm fully letting out curses in primordial, like just this big long string of curses.
I'm going to pull out the musket that I stole from Thane's castle out of my bag of holding and take up position next to Tom with my rifle aimed.
Am I still mouse or am I person again?
Everyone,
I think we're all out of polymorph at this point. I think was kind of determined.
It's either Vel or me that was holding polymorph for you, who casted it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone's people now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say that if Emmatrine is still like not making it on, I'm just gonna try and cast polymorph on her and turn her into a rat so that I can pick her up. Taking a page out of Colt's book.
Welcome to the Longshots, where when someone's doing something that we don't want them to do, we polymorph them.
And just slight retcon. It wasn't the bow they were on, but the aft.
Okay, wherever he is.
Ass end looking out.
Wherever he is, Colt's taking a position next to him.
He's looking over and he's like, "You got someone that can, steer this thing?"
Kinda, yeah, sure. Work in progress.
He cocks back the hammer and is like, "Good, because I think I see one." And he fires a shot out, rips across the night, going through sort of the black smoke from your oil slick, and you can hear score.
So I guess in response, Miow. All right, I'll get the anchor. I have no idea what's going on. You hope you explain to me why we're in such a hurry, but I'll trust you for now.
Good lad. Miow is just like trying to figure out where everything's at. I'm assuming it's just a basic,
Yeah, pretty basic layout. It's a two sail ship. So
what happened to the stealth plan?
We almost made it.
Just general stealth check, Theron. You can make it athletics if you're proficient.
Let me see. Am I proficient in athletics? I am not. So stealth it is then.
Strength?
Oh, is it strength?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said stealth.
Well, that's why it would be strength athletics.
Oh, okay.
He did say stealth accidentally, I think.
Oh, okay, 19.
Perfect. Yeah. So you're able to get the anchor, which would normally be a few person job, up there on your own. Pretty strong. Sails still need to be lowered. Miow, I assume you're on that.
Yeah, Miow's really quick, gonna lick his finger and put it up in the air to feel which way the wind's blowing.
Perfect tailwind.
Perfect tailwind. All right, Miow is running for those sails. He's gonna call on Radagast to help.
No, I'm gonna be a mouse steering the ship. I'm gonna like run across the the steering wheel.
Are you still a mouse?
Just furiously running up towards the wheel.
So the Miow's just gonna be like looking all over for Radagast, and then he's gonna think to himself, "Of course, it's Radagast. Colt, help me with the sail!" And just yell over to Colt to get the other sail.
Can we send Saber up there? She seems to like she's. Yeah, let's.
Oh right, yeah.
Saber.
Miow doesn't want to have anything to do with Saber, so he's just gonna pretend like she's not there.
Okay, then Colt will say, "Saber, would you please help this asshole?" And
anything to get moving.
By the way, I rolled a nat 1 for my wisdom save against polymorph.
So I transferred her into a rat and then like
Yeah.
and catching
It
her
was
and
just like perfect.
bringing her in my pocket.
Super.
Like, her on
Love it.
All right.
Well, while
Uh,
still wearing my hat.
Yeah.
Saber's sail comes down. Meow, your sail comes down. Everyone perception checks. Because the boat begins to lurch forward. And you hear this massive...
Is it tied to the docks?
18.
17? Or, 17, yeah.
I got a 14.
It's tied to the docks.
12.
It's tied to the docks.
You can hear what sounds like wood and metal start to like really groan, and the sails are catching full wind, and you start to hear them strain. What do you do?
I'm going to look for ropes, and if I see ropes, I'm gonna cut them.
All right, you go off to the you're off to the side of the ship. You were still tied up, and you're gonna go ahead and slat those off with a sword, but the creaking gets worse. It's still happening. Something is keeping your ship in place.
Is the bell lowered?
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
Meow.
No! Don't say it.
Oh my god.
Out of game. You can't do it.
The anchor's up.
Yep, anchor's up.
Are we turned the right way?
Because the rudder thing...
You've got a tailwind, guys. The
Did
masts
we
are starting to
untie the boat
creak
from the
really
dock?
bad.
I don't know how boats work.
Where's the creaking coming from? Where's it centralized?
Almost around the center of the ship.
Do we need to get rid of some ballast? Like chuck stuff overboard? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I wonder why the ship's immovable.
So we
You
took out the
can-
anchor, but did the diving bell go down?
I
You
know
can
why.
hear a bit of
I know why.
groan again as it starts to dent into some more wood. You can hear it splinter, and a bunch of splinters come out of the center.
We're going to sink our ship.
I don't
because
know.
We're immovable.
The
Immovable.
Roll me for a cheek to think of...
Oh,
Oh no, it's the rod!
I mean, wait.
Meow's immediately gonna realize what he's done,
But
and
wait.
he's gonna look and realize that the rod is going through the ship.
And right when you look, right where you place the rod, it has started to dig in because the ship is trying to push against it, and the rod is immovable in three-dimensional space. So the ship is trying to just scrape its way past it, but
Well,
it's
so-
currently unable.
Can someone please go get that rod?
I was gonna
Meow,
sprint
Meow's
down.
gonna sprint towards the rod. Just be like, shit, I hope nobody saw this, and just push the button. I'm
Dude,
assuming he can
press
reach
the
the button.
button.
If he doesn't, he's gonna punch into the wood as hard as he can to get
Yeah.
to it.
Yep, you can hit that button, and as soon as you do,
Oh my
the
god.
ship just boom, lurches forward. Everybody's like all off balance for a second. You're like, what the fuck was that?
I don't
Nothing.
know.
Nothing. Meow just goes straight
Is
to
there,
the helm.
is there anything or anyone I need to shoot at?
No,
Not
no,
yet.
no.
Okay.
Let's everyone keep your eye out for the bad guys. I'll be up at the helm. Nothing to see here. Meow just kind of like sneakily tucks it into his pouch.
Baby, the immovable rod's one of my favorite items. I've had so much fun with it. The second you said, I want to press it, push it from this door, I almost said something, but I was like, no, this is going to be fucking great.
I've been wanting to use this immovable rod for 4.5 months. I just want to put that out there. This could not have been better.
Best time
And,
ever.
and I almost sunk our ship. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Just wait till you get a second one. You can climb in the air anywhere.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So,
Did we check through our ship for like other people?
Not
Yeah?
yet.
Belle's gonna start doing that.
Don't go by yourself.
Belle's gonna ask Colt to help her do that.
Fuck. All right, I'm gonna pat Tom on the back, like, if anyone, just stay here, and then I'm going to, I guess, keep my musket loaded. No, close quarters. I'm gonna put it away.
And
Pull out my
technically, I had
pistol.
Emitrine with me as well.
Yeah.
Take the pistol
Fully
with me.
panicking in your pocket.
All right. Well, really quickly from Miow, I need a check with your proficiency bonus. You are proficient in vehicles, right? All right. Good deal.
Just in D20.
Yep, D20 plus your proficiency bonus, which should be a 4
Yep.
around about now.
Yarp.
Yarp.
Heart rate.
no.
My heart rate's at 115.
Oh
What?
no. I spend inspiration. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
This would not be the start of the journey that we need,
We're
you
gonna
guys.
rear end the police. boat.
Oh no, I rolled a 1.
Holy fuck.
What are the
Give them
fucking
the
odds?
No, you have. It's been 2 sessions. You might have 2.
Oh, here we go.
Oh Jesus Christ, we're so going to die.
You turn the wheel to the right, and the ship starts to careen that way. Colt and Vel begin to go down the hatch. You start to even it out, and you're heading towards the mouth of the harbor. And as you steady it out, pink, wheel comes right off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna hold it and look at Colt. Colt!
I'm below decks. I'm below decks.
He's gonna like wave it above his head. Help! Somebody help!
And we'll be right back after this. Not messages.
All right, we're back.
Holy crap.
And we died.
We're
Shit.
back.
Boy.
All right. Miow is not panicking. Meow's
Yes.
laughing to himself actually at the absurdity of this situation.
I mean,
Yeah, you hold in your hands a wheel not connected to the ship in any way.
Meow's gonna just kind of take a second and yell below deck. Start looking for some some oars. We're gonna have to row this thing.
Val at that is going to sprint up there because she has a rowboat, including oars. And
Meow's just gonna hold the wheel over his head. This happened. I don't know how.
put it against the stick thing that it comes on, and then she's going to cast mending.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And Meow just holds it there.
She
And I'm just going to cast mending.
runs her finger along the seams with a little incantation, and it's back together.
Now steer the ship properly, goddammit, yeah.
Meow gives Bella a high five.
Vel,
Just
can you slap
High
him?
five.
Just slap him.
All right, let's
High
get
five in your face.
let's
No
get
face.
one more water vehicle check for good
Okay.
luck.
Come on,
Oh,
come
God.
on, come on, come on.
Can you roll less than a 1? Is that possible?
Big whammy, big whammy.
Come on, come on, come on.
That is a nat 20.
Oh!
Better. That's better.
Oh, Christ on a
Plus
carousel.
4.
Oh,
You swear that wheel feels way better than it did before. You're like, all I needed to it must have just been really rusty.
It was. Did you score WD-40 on this thing? Like this, it feels like a
Sweet,
new.
baby.
Vel,
Oh my
Saber,
God.
let's check below decks.
Only the best from me.
And whoever else can
2DD40.
come with me.
Meanwhile, downstairs,
Oh, Jesus.
Colt, you were initially walking down a small flight of steps that maybe went about 10, 12 feet. And before you is just an empty sort of hole. I mean, you could see the walls of the hull of the ship there, and there's some crates scattered about. The majority of the storage space, however, seems to be taken up by a pen of sheep.
Huh. Huh.
They all sort of tilt their heads and meh
How's
expectantly.
It smell? How's it smell down there?
Terrible.
Okay, well, I can think of worse things. I'm going to yell up to have other folks come down here with me, because me down here by myself, I don't like that. And if I don't like the sense of it, If my dagger pings, I'm going back up the steps. I'll hold action to run away if my dagger pings.
There's your ping.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, just
No pings?
no pings. It's nothing's a danger to you down there.
I'm how many feet is there in front of me and behind me? So I know
In front of you, like 25, 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
Behind you, maybe like 40.
Okay, I have a 30-foot radius bubble around me, so if something was coming after me, I would ping. I still want someone down. I want at least 2 people down here with me to look at the rest of this ship. So I'll go back up and see who's available to take down with me to search the ship.
Sounds like I think I should stick with Miow. Last time I left him, look what happened.
Yeah, you sort of stick your head above Dex, and that's right when she's finishing the mending and just snaps her head back at you.
Okay.
Is Colt still an orc?
He never said he wasn't.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Colt's gonna see, or Colt. Meow's gonna see Colt stick his head above deck and just burst out laughing again.
I'm gonna look confused for a moment and go, ugh, all right, and then drop it, and then glamour my armor back into its usual swashbuckler self. And I'm gonna say, I need at least 2 people. We need to clear underneath here. There's apparently sheep. There could be.
I immediately go.
I need one other person.
I'll attend.
Theron, can you come with me?
Indeed.
All right.
Let's make sure there's no hostiles on this ship with us.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Tom, is anyone following us?
I'm sorry?
Tom, is there anyone following us?
Finally, sort of breaking back down his rifle and putting it back into his coat. Doesn't look like it, but
All right.
they will have for sure seen the ship leave.
I think no, we did not make a casual exit. That's a good point, Tommy.
It's a good thing you happened by. Listen, we didn't really have time to talk, you know, and what were you guys up to?
Let's make sure we're the only ones on here, and then we will have tea and talk time with you there, Tommy. Okay?
He sort of nods, like, all right.
Check below. I want to check all nooks and crannies, any possible hidden holds. I'm a criminal. I know there's smuggling places. I want to make sure this ship's fucking clean.
Make perception checks as you sort of sweep through the crates.
We're gonna SEAL Team 6 sweep the place.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Ooh, not good.
oh,
That's a 5 for me.
that's a natural fucking 20.
The smell is just way too distracting for Theron. He doesn't really notice much, so he's gonna start using prestidigitation to try to make it a little more bearable to be down there.
There was a time where Colt and Star hid in a pig wagon for a week to go through dangerous territories. Smell don't bother Colt. He knows where to look.
All right. Sorry about that. So it looks like most of the crates are just normal rations and feed for the sheep. There are no smuggling holds on here. Simple crew rooms. There's 2 rooms just past the sheep pen, one on each side. Each one has sort of 6 total, like, naval-style cots, which are, you know, sort of vertically stacked, 3 for each wall.
But no people. We're the only ones on the
No
ship.
people. Interestingly, however, once you get a good look at the sheep from the sides as you move around, each of them, there are 9 of them, they are painted with red paint, 1 through 9.
Real quick, Colt, check your DM.
So is there I see there's like straw across the ground. Like
Yes.
Theron wants to just kind of like kick around the straw a little bit. Like he's gonna get in the pen with the sheep and just see if there's anything irregular about the flooring there, like maybe a compartment or a trapdoor.
Kicking through some of that. Nope, nothing but the occasional sheep turd.
I'm gonna not be a rat and cast speak with animals to these guys.
All right, what do you say?
I like your tattoo.
Huh.
All 9 of them look at you simultaneously and sort of tilt their head, and they're like, "Tattoo."
Yeah. So, why are you here? Usually you are on land. I don't even see many water sheep.
We are destined for an adventure.
Oh, us too. That's cool.
Rad.
What's your adventure?
Rad.
Boy, oh boy, this is going to be an interesting sheep here.
Deep sea diving.
Oh no.
This is going to be an interesting
Like,
sheep here.
Deep sea diving.
like you're supposed to go somewhere else? Underwater?
That's what we think.
Us too. Crazy. I'll tell the folks. We're gonna be best friends.
All of them in unison. Friends.
Cool.
I'm just gonna look at Colt and then be like, "It's okay. They're water sheep. They're cool."
Sorry, I just saw Mango's new art. Wow. Wow.
You may call us 9.
All right. Well, they're all named the number 9, and they're gonna go deep
Uh-oh.
sea diving.
Wait a
sorry,
minute.
I'm sorry. Hang on. We had a flesh golem
There
called
was a flesh golem called 9.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is there any relation?
I'm sorry, what?
From the under the White Plume Mountain, there was a flesh golem called 9.
True.
Do the sheep have any relation to the flesh golem?
That could be a red herring. Maybe.
Are the sheep about to be turned into
I think
a
we should
flesh
spend the
golem?
next hour debating this and trying to figure out the connection between these sheep to 9. The flesh golem, personally.
Around
agree.
this time that they've been searching below decks, you've managed to finally get the ship out of the harbor proper, and now you are headed out to sea. Things are relatively easy for you at this point. You know somewhere due southwest will be Devil's Reef.
Now that we're fully out to sea, I'm going to just take out the little rat person, put Ametrine on the deck, and stop concentration.
Ah!
And then look
Yeah,
around
that's what I
randomly for
imagine.
Colt, because I didn't think that through.
He's
Oh,
just frozen.
I'm just gonna hug her.
Does not move.
Jordan. I guess, yeah, while we're getting out to the open waters proper, Theron's going to go to the edge and flip a gold coin into the water.
The second we hit a bump, she runs to the side and throws up.
Oh no.
Your coin lands on the surface of the water and does not sink. It floats there and keeps pace with the ship.
what does that fucking mean?
That sounds kind of spooky.
Well, I don't notice that. I'm paying attention to Ametrine.
Guess it worked.
Is Anna within eyesight of Miow?
Yeah, she seems to be fanning Shane as he's like trying to mop the sweat up from his face and neck.
Meow's gonna yell out, Anna!
Yep.
And he's gonna kind of like eyeball over to Amatrine. Can you help her?
I, I might have some ginger on me.
Meow just kind of nod, and he'll kind of recede into his mind. Wave, do you know any sea shanties about escaping hordes of zombie fishmen?
I know a few shanties about a man named John who was a fisherman.
That'll do. Sing it to me.
And he does the entirety of Primus's John the Fisherman.
Beautiful.
Except he keeps ranting, calling John the Fisherman way longer than needed.
I'm not gonna lie, Miow is like in a mood, and he's just jamming along like he's got his AirPods in, driving to work. He's just going, man. He's really feeling the vibe.
When I grow up, I want to be. So, anything we'd like to figure out as you sail into the night?
If we could figure a way to bring Amatrine down a few notches, that probably would be helpful. Can Radagast Druidcraft some Xanax?
I mean, if she's seasick, so just use restoration.
Oh, she's not seasick. She's just fully losing it.
Oh.
Maybe we can like turn to a fish and throw in the ocean. That probably get rid of her fears.
Oh my god. We'd lose her because she'd be a fish. She wouldn't know what to do.
No, let's not do that. Maybe we should just like put her in a bed and put warm blankets.
Do that.
Put warm blankets.
That's a terrible idea from Radagast.
Can she cast Tiny Hut and disappear into the tiny hut? Oh.
Val
True.
could try and cast sleep on her, but I don't know how well that would work.
No,
She has pretty high health at this
yes.
point.
Sleep has never worked anytime anyone has ever done it.
Yeah, I mean it's only 5d8, but I think I can cast it if I want to at a high level. Can I? No, you can't upcast sleep. What's the point in that spell?
It's a good low-level spell.
Guards.
I'm gonna get rid of that next time.
No,
No, you can upcast it.
No, I think
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, roll an additional 2d8 for each slot level above first.
I think you just waste.
Oh.
I think you just waste a slot spell by doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, probably.
I'm just gonna stumble over to Colt and just like grab his, like cling onto him and just take me back. Just take me back. I can't do this.
You guys will be able to get a short rest in the time it would take to.
I would say, listen.
Yeah.
We've got to do this. If you physically can't be here, then either stay in bed. Eventually, we're gonna be on the sea floor, which is kind of like the ground. And when we're there, it'll probably be better. But like, if you can't function, then bird yourself back to Mintarn because we've got to do this. So if you can hang on for a little bit longer, we'll eventually be on the seafloor.
Would the smell of earth calm you down by any chance?
That might help.
I'm just going to reach out, just like boop her on the nose, press the digitation, like fill her sinuses with like the scent of fresh upturned earth.
She looks calmer, not like fully like calmed down, but like isn't about to lose it.
There you go. See, look at that. My opinions
The
of power.
air turns colder slightly
Okay.
and begins to rain ever so slightly.
I'm gonna make all the sheep part of the crew. I'm gonna grab each one and tell them like very mundane tasks of what to do. One's gonna be mopping. One's gonna be like learning how to like untie a rope while all this is happening?
If you give one of them a command and turn to one of the other ones and give a different one a command, they all react as if they are the same, like, sheep.
Oh, God.
Have them all go mopping the floor.
I'm like, you're all so weird. No, you continue mopping. Like, no, you stay by the rope. Like, don't listen.
Colt's just slowly close the door to below decks.
Okay, everyone, just okay. I give a bucket to everyone. Just dump their face into. I'm like, okay, now just spread your head all over the. Mop this up. This is dirty.
Just cover yourself in water and just roll around.
Exactly. Like, you smell yourself. Actually,
You
I quite
want
like it.
9 to mop? Okay.
No, you're 2. It says it right there on you. What are you
We
talking
are
about?
9.
I think we need to.
No, you are 2.
They clearly have their own hive mind going on.
We are 9.
Okay. Okay. Let we work together. And yeah, here's this mop. Or like here's this bucket of water. Like just clean it up. Clean your shit up. 9.
They just go around kicking over buckets of water.
No, put your head in the bucket.
All 9 of them try to fit their head into one bucket.
No, there's buckets for all of you.
I think at this point, Colt will reach into his bag of holding and pull out a secondary hat to put on, and just leave his other hat on Valhalla. He's got like
identical.
he's got like he is like 10 hats in there. You never know.
I've heard of sheep being dumb, but like I feel like I would need at least 9 herders to get these guys into shape.
It's getting a little bit more cold, and the wind takes a turn. Meow. A nature check, please.
I feel like we need to talk to Mr. Anderson here at some point.
Oh yeah.
That is an 18.
You can feel the swell of the ocean a little bit more now, and with the accompanying rain and wind change, you would guess that a storm is coming.
I was kind of humming. What shall we do with a drunken sailor in his head as he's kind of going along?
I guess
You kinda-
Just doing the bass.
My questions would be.
3-hour tour.
My questions would be: does Miow tell us a storm is coming, and do we have enough time to talk to Mr. Anderson?
So Miow is going to kind of pick up on the winds changing, and he's going to lick his finger and throw it up into the air again. What does he feel, DM?
The wind seems to be blowing against you, northeast.
Yeah, it was as straight face as possible. Vast! The winds are turning against us.
Are they blowing from the northeast or to the northeast?
To the northeast. You guys are traveling southwest, so it would be direct headwind.
Meow's gonna yell that out as dramatically as possible and say he thinks the storm's coming.
Acknowledging that he's probably the only person on the ship who knows what he's doing, Theron's going to go and at one of the pulleys for the sails and just await instructions.
Valhalla, are you here with us still?
Yes.
Excellent. The hairs on the back of your neck begin to stand one after another. You can't put your finger on it, but you get the feeling like you're being watched.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be taking a look around and trying to figure out if I can see anyone watching me.
All right. Are you starting up on the top deck there? Are you going down below?
Top deck.
It's as you gaze out at the ocean that you start to feel a little bit more uneasy.
I'm gonna turn to Miow and be like, the ocean's acting weird, making me feel uneasy. Can you talk to it for me?
Hey! No.
Hey, water! Hey, water! Hey, water!
You're trying to make me speak to the ocean, right?
Hey, water! What's going on?
Meow I'm just imagining Meow just like leans over the side of the boat and just starts whispering to the water. Hey, is everything okay? Do you want to talk? No. Okay, so that obviously doesn't happen. Meow is going to ask Wave if he notices anything troubling afoot.
I mean, having a headwind come up right as we're leaving port. Tailwind. That's pretty dramatic.
Huh. How long have we been traveling at this point?
I would say for about 10 minutes now to just get initial shenanigans underway. The total travel time will be roughly an hour.
Okay, so we're not even close. Okay. Okay. Well, we're far enough out to where the danger is at least, well, the original danger has at least subsided. Meow's gonna tell Vel to take the helm, and he's and he's gonna walk over to the edge of the boat and see if there's any animals that he can maybe communicate with. Dolphins would be preferable. He's gonna give his best dolphin impression.
It's adorable little Scotty.
What is your... There it is. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Wow.
appreciate it. I do.
That is
I
something
really
else.
do. It's pretty great. I dig that.
At some point, I want to talk to Mr. Anderson. Just put that on the queue.
Follow up with the we cleared the ship of danger, so we're going to have some talking tea.
All right. So
At this point, I'm trying to get one of the sheep on the eagle's nest, and they're all trying to climb up the rope.
mhm.
Oh my god. That image is perfect.
I just like to add to the chaos.
I like how the sheep are like turning into like mountain goats, but on boats. They're climbing nearly impossible things.
Mountain goats and boats.
Goats and boats. All right. So
Goats and boats.
Goats
amongst
and
all
boats.
my voice acting wares are animals.
Goats
it
and
seems.
boats.
Goats and boats.
So your conversation with Mr. Anderson, he's still like basically just kind of sitting there like waiting, but he's just started to unpack his map case, as it were.
Mr. Anderson,
Ah,
good to see you
Mr.
again.
Taylor, nice to see you in normal human form.
Yes. Long story. So seems like you've been a bit of a pickle back there.
I was looking for a few things, evidence, namely, but this. He sort of gestures his hand to the scroll case, the map case. I think you'll find this pretty nice.
Certainly,
He sort of hands it over to you.
certainly hope it's worth us fucking up our sneaky plan, but glad we all got in here, so I'm opening it up, see what's in there.
There are a lot of like strange looking runes dotting almost like the borders of the page, but it seems to be this almost shimmering map of what seems to be a city. You don't recognize an easy layout where we would have streets and avenues. It doesn't seem like they have any of this, but it's marking the general shape of the city, which seems to be in almost like a triangle or almost like a Mayan pyramid kind of circuit. You're not sure where this is, as it doesn't name anything, but the ink is, and the parchment is holding up to the rain as it's beginning to make its way on.
What is this? What was this worth a gunshot or two for?
That is the map to Rylith.
Which is
Supposedly a city of the Deep Ones, where your friend is being held, and perhaps my brother.
Oh. Okay. I get the impression that we are perhaps going to maybe the same location.
Glad you happened along when you did.
Yes, very good. Yes. So we understand there's some sort of hive mind down there. That we're going to go down there and, I guess, destroy. And perhaps your brother and our friend are down there.
I hope so. Reports that come out of Imnsmouth don't always lead me to believe things go okay.
Yes, well, fortunately after this we have to go kill a bunch of mind flayers, so it's kind of the thing
All in
that
a
we
day's
do.
work, I see.
Yeah, we get into a bit of a trouble. Okay.
I hope you know Kung Fu.
Yeah, I know that guy. He's a hell of a dancer.
Always fighting.
Mm-hmm. Occasionally there's a big box. Okay. Cool. All right. I think I will hang on to this. I mean, how many water breathing potions do I have?
I believe it was 6.
Okay. Well, so we're gonna go down there. It's underwater. I don't suppose you have some sort of water breathing magical doohickey with you?
He smiles and sort of pulls apart the buttons of the trench coat, and you can see the sort of like black, slick-looking material that's form-fitted. You can't see stitches almost anywhere except for the side where some seams come together on the left and right sides of the torso. And as he pulls the trench coat off of his shoulders, you can see like a sort of a hood on the back that was kept under there, and he sort of brings it up and over, and as he does so, it sits tight and then closes over the face, and it almost looks like almost like an Ant-Man style helmet, almost like a Ant-Man or Wasp style deal.
Oh.
The suit then forms, and you can see a puff of air. He's like, "This should work."
Well, then I guess you'll come with us then.
He nods.
I was hoping for a Waterworld crossover. He just like lowers down his shirt. He has like some gills on his neck.
It's Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, do you know how? You know what? Are you familiar with the ocean?
I know of it.
Okay, never mind then. Just like, might help with some...
How did you want him to take that?
Yes, I'm a sailor. Like we were going towards reefs we might wreck on. Like, maybe you know how to avoid reefs.
I've never had any particular proper ship training.
Okay,
no.
all right, don't worry about that. I'm sure we'll be fine with the fucking pirate up there. Okay, map to the place. Your brother, Marie, hive mind. Fight, quick nap, kill mind flayers, all in a day's work. Okay, super.
Seems like it.
That's all I had.
suppose if you guys are going down there with the intention of fighting, I could look for your friends, try to save some others.
That'd be probably a good idea if you want to solo it and whatnot.
I could probably move quicker on my own.
Yeah, we'll probably be causing a bit of noise. We're not exactly known for our finesse.
Well, supposedly, some big cosmic event is coming, some blood moon, as I've researched. That's supposed to be when whatever it is they're planning is going on. Did you see the state of the town? Empty.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Seems like just after you guys had your scuffle previously yesterday, things got quiet. Real quiet.
Well, a bunch of them...
Strange thing is, I didn't see anyone leave via the roads. I waited outside just to see. And yet, no one. Don't you find that strange?
It ain't good. That's for sure. But the good news is that about a dozen of them followed us through that tree, and we were able to talk them down. The farther they were away from town, the more sort of self-control they had. So one would hope that if we can destroy this hive mind, the town will be still full of incestuous fucks, but won't be under the control of some deep underground muckety-muck.
Noble of you. Let's hope it works out that way.
Yeah.
The storm itself seems to have picked up a bit. And Vel, you keep seeing, just as the ship crests waves and they break over the bow, between the mist of the water droplets spraying through the air, you can almost see a face out in the waves, feminine in features. You could almost just make out the eyes, which seem to be following you.
Oh no.
Oh no, I know who this is now.
No.
I'm gonna quickly send a prayer to the sea witch person and be like, hey.
The sea bitch.
See, it's that. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no. Oh.
That's
Be
one
like,
of her many
"Hey,
names.
It's
me,
time to repent.
Vel.
Umberly.
Yeah, Umberly, please let me know if I can do anything to make you not angry.
You should talk to Wave.
Happy to help. Love, Vel.
Love Vel.
Is this like an out loud kind of prayer?
Yeah, it's an out loud prayer.
From the side of the ship, the coin that Theron flicked into the water that has been keeping up with the ship has leapt onto the deck and has struck you in the head, landing at your feet.
I'm gonna pick it up. And just look at it.
Coin.
Did I see this happen?
Yeah.
Meow.
Throw that back
Pledge-
in.
I'm gonna throw it back in.
It plops and sits on the surface of the water, as if almost expectantly.
Everyone, throw a gold coin overboard. I learned this going around Mentar, and it is customary for sailors to pay a gold tribute to Umberly for safe passage across open waters.
I'm just gonna dump like 10 gold coins in there.
Your gold coins begin to sink one after another, as does Theron's.
I mean, I'll toss one in.
Yours does as well.
Well, I'm gonna try like skip it a little bit just because that's a habit of mine. Did you get like one or two skips?
Maybe like one or two skips,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah.
To confirm, Meow pledged fealty to Umbra when he attuned to or Umberly. Sorry, when he attuned to the trident. Okay, cool. Miyaw's gonna try to communicate with Umberly through the trident.
Okay. How would you address your newfound sponsor?
Did he make eye contact with her when Vel kind of made out her eyes in the distance?
This was a hallucination only for Vel.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I don't know if Miow would know if that was necessarily going on, so I don't know if I want to meta that too
I am
hard.
going to be loudly asking Theron if Umberly is still mad at me because my coin sunk.
Great. I'll take that as an opportunity to then say, Umberly. Hey, Wave.
Yeah.
Sorry. That name sounds familiar. Remind me why.
That's the name of the god of which you pledged fealty to. You know, god of the sea.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, my Lord and Savior. I'd like to
sea
speak
bitch, witch of storms.
SB for short.
Is she available for a quick chat? Can you ring her?
Pencil me in.
I mean,
would you like to know the alignment of your god?
you know, I must confess, I don't have, a direct line to the home office.
Do you have the assistant's text?
What I can do is send my thoughts and prayers, you know.
A telegram friend with her assistant.
So, like, when Vel asked me if Umberly's happy, well, first of all, whenever Vel threw the coin over and threw the extra coins over, Theron's gonna rush over to like the side, just like look over at the water, just like staring dead at them. Like the second he sees them kind of go underneath the surface, gonna let out a big sigh of relief. Yes, Vel, looks like she's accepted it. We should have safer. We should have safer passage now, or at least she won't intentionally try to seek us.
I'm sure we can do.
So why didn't you tell us about the coin floating earlier being bad?
I didn't realize it at that time. I've only this is the first time attempting to appease Humberly since I just learned about her recently in Mentard. You know, I'm not from this land after all.
Wait, so do you know that sinking is good, or do you assume it's good?
All I've heard from the clerics back in Mentard was that if you ever go sailing out in the open waters, to give a gold tribute, a single coin to Humberly. I guess what they failed to mention, it's a single coin per crewmate. I'll make sure to keep that in mind in the future.
It's always good.
Awesome. I did, by the way, piss off Umberly a while back, so I'm honestly surprised she accepted my tribute.
Oh, that's not. From what I've heard, that's generally not a god you want to be on the bad side of.
Always good.
And that's essentially what Wave is explaining to you, Miow, like at the same time in your head. Yeah, so pretty much. You dodged a bullet there. It's all making sense now. The lightning, the waves. Yes.
Miyaw's gonna kind of, in his thoughts, if he can somehow communicate with Umberly, say, sea bitch, how are you? Hey, just want to let you know we're about to go kill a lot of bad guys, and I will probably do them in your honor. And then on that note, he's gonna just kind of think that he did a great job, bartering with the sea bitch. And I'm assuming, have we noticed any difference in the
rain has stopped and the waves are starting to chill.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Miow immediately thinks he was the one who did this and goes back to the helm and is just back in his own world again. Like, I'm the baddest motherfucker on the ocean. Look at me. And he goes back to humming his sea shanties. What do you do with a drunken sailor?
Seriously, just like to apologize and give her some gold, and it was all done.
Yeah, you just had to. You have to pay gold tribute to ensure safe passage across our waters.
I have no gold, so I threw a good berry in when you told me to. Hopefully that counts.
I threw in like 10 gold, so I don't know how many people are on the ship, but hopefully it accounts for everyone.
All right.
I'd like to keep it canon that Miow knows nothing about this gold and thinks he is 100% the reason.
Is there anything
Now
else
stay
we'd like
up
to
there.
take care of?
And keep watch, all 9 of you.
We've
I
got
don't know how
about
you
30
all got up
minutes
there.
until you get to the reef.
I'm
think
gonna.
I'm still clinging. I'm clinging to whoever had me last. Which I think was Theron, because you booped me on the nose.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to. You're gonna get like a sense of like fear and disconnect from her. Like in your mind, just like this feeling of like separation and like sustain, like the being sustained, like being left in suspension, and just like the chaotic like feeling of like there's nothing to grab. And without kind of really thinking about it, she's going to use detect thoughts on you.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to save from it, I believe it is a wisdom save.
Well, being that I don't know the source of it, it's just something's randomly trying to probe my mind. I feel like I'd probably try to save against it.
All right.
So wisdom save. Let me check here.
Are you within 5 feet of yourself?
I got a 12. So I failed.
That fails.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're gonna be sensing a decent amount of concern from Therix. He normally sees you as being someone strong and outgoing, and you seem a lot more vulnerable now. It's like, oh, poor thing. She must really have a strong connection to the earth. Hope this is not too hard on her.
And you get a sense from her that she's looking for stability. And is like looking in your mind for stability.
I mean, you definitely see a lot of stability in the foundation of worshiping the great god Talos.
And you'll just in the back of your head. So, like, who is Talos?
I mean, I guess since you're reading his mind, you know that Talos is the Nord god of justice and it's a good god of ensuring justice and order, basically.
Why?
Oh, that's just how he's lived his life. He
Well,
was once he was
like, why do you worship him?
Why does Theron worship him? Oh man, it'll take him back to his whenever he's just a little kid, when he was in a town in the outskirts of Whiterun. It's not much protection out there, and one day there was a wandering group of bandits out for plunder, and sure enough, in the midst of night, they came upon his town and burned, ransacked, and destroyed most of it. Even his parents were lost then. He managed to find safety hiding from these foul intruders, and he was orphaned. And he eventually found his way to Whiterun, where orphan child, troubled growing up. He needed something that he could latch on to, something dependable, give himself some foundation and some guidance in how to grow up to be truly strong and dependable, a protector of good. And that's how I eventually learned about Talos and his life, as a man, a Nord, going through Cyrodiil, in his journey to unite the lands, create order, and ensure justice and peace among all the people of Cyrodiil. So that was something that he admired and strived for, all the way up until this day.
And I think the more you think about this story, like the more relaxed she kind of gets, feeling a little bit more secure and like, okay, this is distracted from her current situation. Do you like it here?
Are you speaking out loud now, or is this telepathic?
Still telepathic.
Here? Well, you mean this new land?
Yes.
Well, haven't seen much of it yet. I must say I do like my home back in Cyrodiil, but if there's more good that I could do here, especially trying to right the wrong of being used as a pawn by Elliot's parents, then I'll at least try to honor my god by accomplishing that. It's not too bad here, and well, it makes it all the better being surrounded by what I perceive as mostly good people. Kate gets a chuckle in his head.
What's good?
Oh, good. Well.
And you'll kind of like get a sense of it's been explained to her by different people, but she doesn't really she doesn't grasp like the true concept of like good versus evil.
Good is living for a purpose above your own, just to serve others without expecting anything in return. I guess that might be the best way I could define good.
Okay.
Do you serve a purpose above your own? Is there anyone you try hard to ensure the safety of, whether or not it makes sense?
Well, Colt for sure, and you get this sense of like Colt, like the way she views him as not necessarily like the dashing charismatic rogue that he puts out. It's more like someone who's caring and protective and gets very close to who he cares about. And Star, who is his friend and who she loves very deeply, and you kind of get a sense of like her family too, which is a little bit more complicated because you don't really get a sense as strongly of like individual characteristics as much as like sort of a group sensation.
Kind of like a collective, a little bit.
Not necessarily a hive mind, but the only way I've ever been able to describe it is like a choir.
Okay, or like I get it.
Like individual voices singing the same song.
Okay, like a spiritual connection, not like a telepathic connection.
Kind of, yeah. She doesn't like speaking isn't her natural form of communication. This telepathy is what she's usually like. That's her natural way of communicating.
So like communicate. Oh, sorry. You had more.
She's just she just kind of like. You get like little probes of like wanting to connect with you deeper. and like wanting to kind of like wanting you to open up to her.
Right, little pro, or was just like actual probing, or is it just like a sensation of wanting to know more?
It's like this a sensation, like it's kind of like a questioning, like can I go deeper with you, or it's hesitant.
I was like, First, like, uh, in response to what you mentioned earlier, is like, oh yes, that feeling of fellowship, of family that you hold dear and wish to see protected, regardless of your own well-being. That is what it means to be good. If you are willing to share more, just ask away.
All right. I guess like what is deeper in Theron? Like what are his goals? Like what does he kind of like fear? I guess what is something that he would keep behind a wall?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty vocal about my goals. I wish to live a glorious life in the teachings of Talos, to bring goodness and justice wherever I set foot. The number one fear, I would say, would be being controlled and manipulated in a manner where I'm used to further evil. Which is why I feel so strongly about trying to right the wrong back in the Soul Cairn, where I was used as part of the ritual of Elian's father. I wish to right that wrong, number one goal, and from there, who knows? May just, if you guys are still adventuring, you all seem good, morally sound people. I'll definitely hang out and see where that takes me. Otherwise, I'll just wander the land. Just a compass that with no direct pointing except for trying to bring those who wish to spread evil to justice and try to make the lives of those around me a little bit better in the process.
Well, I think at this point the spell will end, because it only technically lasts a minute.
Like at that point, I guess
she's still like clinging to you, but like she's not like, she looks a lot less tense.
Like at the end of that, there just kind of reaches his arm up, like, you know, around, like back of her head, just kind of like pat it, you know, just try to comfort her a little bit.
I think Colt will probably make eye contact with Theron and give him a little tip of the hat as thanks and go about his business.
Yeah, just you know, looks up, gives a little nod.
All right. Before too long, the moon begins to rise. Tinged red.
Oh,
and as it begins to make its way over the waves, Miow, you spot what seems to be a large coral formation, some bits of it sticking up out of the waves, leading down further beneath in the depths.
So that's something that was never resolved, and I was going to get to that after they finished.
My bad.
The dolphin. When I called out to the dolphin, did anything answer?
No. At least not the first time you did.
Okay. Meow's going to recognize that we're coming close to the reef, and he is going to... I'm assuming, Valhalla, are you still nearby?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Miow will kind of gesture to take the helm again. and he'll walk out to the water, down to the water a second time, and reach out to his homies, the dolphins.
All right.
Well, I think we all agree Miow has gone crazy.
Yeah, but at least I get a steer ship.
True. You do look fetching in that hat.
Just faintly, you can hear.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if the stream heard that. You should do that again.
And trying to catch up to the boat quickly, sort of swimming tummy first up towards the water. You got this dolphin kind of eyes with you.
I'm sorry. I want to rub the dolphin's belly so bad. Can I do it, please?
I mean, I'm sure Theron could hold you by your ankles over the edge of the ship and lower you down.
Yeah, just dives into the water and swims with the dolphin for a bit.
I don't think your swim speed equals the boat speed.
No, that doesn't happen. Meow starts talking to the dolphin.
Tie yourself to a rope and get dragged behind it.
I mean, that's fair. I think the dolphin seems friendly enough at this point. I can live that fantasy out at another time when lives aren't on the line. Miow is going to say, "Hi there. What's your name?"
Oh, man, my name's Danny.
Danny. Hello, Danny. We're in a bit of a pickle, and I was hoping you could help us.
Okay, yeah, go on.
That reef ahead. Do you know your way around it?
Yeah, fairly well.
I'm not a very diplomatic person, so you'll have to forgive me. We have some people that we need to save that are beyond that reef.
Oh, no fooling, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know how else to ask this. Can you guide us through?
Supposing I could, huh? But, what's in it for me, eh?
All the fish you could ever ask for.
Hey, yo,
True
all of them, though?
True story.
Hey, yo.
I can control the ocean. I'm gonna roll
Shut
deception.
the fuck up, man.
That's a 16 for a deception.
I love Dan.
Are you okay? So let's make this happen, man. Hey, where's the fish at?
Let's go.
Hey, yo.
He's gonna, like, flipper his way out of the water, do a couple somersaults, come back, and then catch back up. Yeah, so, wait, you got these fish hiding there, Mr. King of the Sea?
Oh, they're like I said, I have control over the whole ocean. I can get them from anywhere at any time.
Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
I'll have later. I could use a
Yeah.
couple snacks.
Why is it
Um,
Carl from Aqua Teen?
Because he is.
Oh boy.
I've been layering it on slowly, but yeah, he is.
He has a gold chain on.
I don't know what your fucking problem is, eh? Where's the fish?
All right. Miow is obviously at this point panicking because he doesn't actually know if he has control over fish or not. He's just gonna ask Wave. I have control over fish, right? I can do this. This is
I mean, technically, yeah.
okay. Great. Okay, Meow's gonna like command a fish to like just swim up next to him and just.
I mean, you could just have me dominate the beast and make him show us. Those
No,
eyes,
no,
I suppose, would get him on your good side. Unless he
Yeah,
finds
you
out
know.
you actually are lying.
You will deal with the consequences of my own actions later. Right now, we just need a solution to here
Yeah, that's
and right now.
You know what?
So can-
Actually, I got this. You there, Daddy? What the hell is that? Listen here. It is I, the will of the ocean. The hell? Now, you've been promised great reward. Do as you're told. Or else. He's gonna direct his comments back to Miow. Hopefully that worked.
Meow gives Wave a mental high five.
just so we're clear here, no one else hears what's going on.
No.
Amatrine is hugged up with Theron. Colt and Vel are looking at Meow, what the hell's going on here? And Renegast is still talking to sheep, right? This is what's going on at the moment?
No, I'm trying to get all the sheep on the crow's nest.
Okay, alright.
No.
This
No,
world,
Meow is speaking
this world
dolphin.
is doomed.
I just picture like you actually just high five like the trident part of the trident. Yeah.
Jeez.
Sharp
No.
end.
Oh.
I should have known these waters was hostile as soon as we saw the tides change. You know what I mean? Like all this pull from this red moon. It's ridiculous. All right. Look, just follow the fin through the thing. God, why's it gotta be such a friggin' problem?
God, this is such a good Carl voice.
But look,
Okay.
there ain't any fish. I'm gonna be really pissed.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be the next.
Yeah.
Gonna be the next boss. The next boss is gonna be a dolphin.
And the dolphin.
Fucking, we can defeat Cthulhu, but we get fucking sunk and drowned by a band of pissed off dolphins. The end. Yeah, it's gonna go back to the helm and just tell Vel I handled it, and
Awesome, I
Just
believe in you.
Meow, it feels. He just puffs his chest out a little bit more. He's got a little bit more swagger, and he's kind of like Popeye the Sailor Man now, just really like getting
Where's his
into like the like just going for it. I'm sure like he doesn't have to actually turn it like 300 times, like but back and forth. But I'm just imagining
Throws it.
the
Where
Popeye
next
cartoon.
time.
That's what's happening right now.
So you are able to start closely following this dolphin's path, who at first weaves right and starts basically heading along a sort of maze of coral. At some points, this coral is going almost up to reach the height of your deck, and at other times is just slightly below the surface. I just need a quick water vehicle check once again to see how deftly we are maneuvering.
So, were there any tools on board?
I would say just general coils of rope, some hammers, nails, different things that could be used in repair. Probably a sewer's kit, like leatherworker's kit or clothing kit, something like that.
Ben Luck might be good.
Darren's going to grab a hammer,
I
some
would have
planks,
not
and
been.
nails, and be ready to patch up any holes at the bottom once we start approaching the coral.
Okay.
What did you say, Val? A Ben Luck would be great right now.
Oh, so that you can have a D4, yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is a 7 + 4 + 2.
Okay. Through this tighter section of coral, you're able to just barely make it around the signal for Theron to also go ahead and bring up some of the mast just in time to Tokyo drift your way around and into the next section of coral.
Nice.
You follow Danny the Dolphin for what seems to be about another 20 minutes until finally, towards the center of this large formation of coral, of which you cannot see over, there is a just large, what would almost be a pond. This is locked off from the rest of the ocean, and rather than exist with the waves, the water here is still. Imagine almost like a keyhole, if you will. You guys are moving up that channel into the larger circular bit.
Miow kind of
It's
looks
like a
over to
lagoon.
Vel. I think we found our drop point.
Cthulhu Lagoon.
Danny the
Yes, gonna
dolphin
pull.
begins flipping expectantly off the side. You just like constantly catch an eye with Meow as he like flips through the water.
One time you can swear he comes up with a knife.
The third one, he comes up with an AK-47, just like motherfucker. I swear. All right, Meow is gonna ask Wave to command some local fish to just go straight into his mouth.
Local populations go bananas. Let's see.
Go bananas, go bananas.
There seems to be a random just school of sardines that just sweep through the center. There's a few times you can catch Danny just mouth open, sitting in the same spot, just hoovering fish, and he begins like slapping his tummy expectantly, and he's like, yes, congrats.
Meow will just yell out to Danny and Dolphin, speak. Tell your family, tell your friends.
Yo, best day ever.
I may need call on you in the future.
You're like, hey, yo, I ain't telling anybody this is the best meal I've had in ages.
Even need a can opener.
Oh God. Okay. With that, can we see how deep this area is? Can we see to the bottom?
No, in fact, it's really dark down there. But it seems like the walls of coral also extend that deep.
Okay.
Out
Now
to
you said the water's still, so there's no current pushing the boat.
correct.
Do we need to be super concerned about weighing anchor?
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily no.
Okay. Meow's gonna
you
get
know,
as
it
close to this. But
It might bounce back and forth here and there, but I don't think you're gonna have too much damage.
Is there any wind? No
Yeah.
wind, no current.
Wind, no current.
Meow's gonna say, with his knowledge of how anchors work, you don't want to drop an anchor unless you know it's going to hit something at the bottom. And he remembers that this is a pretty deep area. The length of the anchor is probably not going to be deep enough, and would not be a good time if that thing dragged us underneath the ocean. So, Meow is going to navigate to the center as best he can, drop the sails, and by drop I mean raise the sails.
Yeah.
Do the literal opposite of what I just said. Sorry guys, my boat vernacular is not great. And then Anna is staying up top, correct?
I believe all of the NPCs and company are staying up top.
All right. He's going to instruct Anna to just keep an eye on the wind, make sure that the boat stays relatively in the same position. The thing that's going to be dropping us is going to act kind of like an anchor itself, isn't it? It's because it's going to stay attached to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Since we haven't 100% confirmed yet.
Yeah, I'm sure it's there. So okay, so yeah, Meow's gonna alert the rest of the group that we should, based off of his understanding, be here. And our crazy little plan may have worked. And there goes Buck.
Aye. All right.
Oh,
Sure.
also, I was gonna say before he goes, Colt, are you downstairs? Are you underneath the cap? Are you like in the bottom part of the ship? Colt. Hey, Colt.
Oh,
Ground
sorry.
control, the Colt Sebastian.
Are you up top or are you in the bottom of the ship?
Yes. I'm up top. Sorry, I was calling someone a seditious piece of shit on Twitter.
Nice.
Oh,
That's my favorite thing to do.
I got distracted by someone bombing my notifications.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Miow is going to walk over to Colt and ask if he can see the bottle from the Daedra guy. To give to the people up top in case they meet with some unexpected visitors. It would never hurt to have some backup.
Sure, yes. I will give that to... who's the most responsible person here? Probably Saber.
Saber.
Yes.
Saber's already nodding. Just give it here.
I'll give her a brief rundown of what this is.
I will be recognizing another paladin. I'll be standing next to Colt, giving some annotation that might be left out.
Yeah.
Demon blood, got it. Slaver pirate, also got it.
Oh, side note, did we even check if there was a bell? Shit.
Nope.
We sure didn't.
You saw a separate sort of wind up bit that could be used for something else other than an anchor, but you are not sure.
Okay, well, we're here. We'll also take a look, I guess.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be fucking something?
Given the circumstances, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
It actually is a boot. There was one bell with a bell. The other one has a diving boot.
So, who's gonna go look?
I guess I'll go look and see if there's some sort of bottom part of the ship where we enter a bell.
Well,
Miow will come with.
I was like, I was Gary Gardner. I was like, Miow, why don't you come over here and take a look at this anchor thing? It's you said it looked strange. Maybe taking a closer look can reveal something to you.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I was yawning and
Basically, I was as you're following Colt to the railing of the ship, I kind of wave you over. It's like, hey, yo, check out the anchor crank. Where you said you had like the extra crank on top of it. You said it caught your eye before, but now that we're here, take a closer look at it and see if it is something distinct or if it was.
Yeah. Miow will walk over and investigate.
Or maybe just the X to the Z exhibit visited the ship and pimped it out.
18.
It seems to be another mechanism that would pull back on a chain, giving it just like a cautionary twist in the right direction. You can feel it tug back on a chain, so it's pulling something up.
Okay. That's giving Miow a little bit more hope. So then Miow will say thank you, Theron, for pointing this out, and go with Colt down to the land down under.
All right. So you guys are trying to look below deck to see if there's an entrance to underneath?
Yeah, see, there's maybe like an entrance to like a boot that we can step inside of.
as discovered earlier, nothing below deck, any sort of trapdoors or anything. Whatever you believe is underneath the boat is most likely accessed water than under keel.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that was made known while they were downstairs. So Miow wouldn't have known that, and probably wouldn't have asked. So having surveyed the ship, then, since you just freely told me that, I'm assuming Miow would kind of have that same understanding. Miow is going to derobe and jump in the water.
You do get a hearty whistle from your wife.
Nice. And swim around and see if he can find an entrance to this device.
So swimming underneath, there is what seems to be about maybe a 10-foot tall silver bell. Next to it is a long rod suspended on a chain, and when you tugged that earlier, you sort of felt like one click. It looks like the rod has moved one position away from the bell. With your earlier investigation check that I would have had you make now, you can surmise that turning that crank would bring what seems to be a device used to ring that bell further back into a ringing position, like a readied position to get enough force.
Okay.
And it looks like in order to access said bell, you just swim up and under.
Okay, cool. All right, Miow is going to come up to the surface of the water and shout over, "It's under the boat. It's under the boat." Like just like very like it's under the boat.
Okay.
Any color that had returned to Amatrine's face immediately disappears.
Oh no.
Oh. Might as well just tie yourself to Theron.
I think I do want to take 10, 11 minutes to ritually cast water breathing on 10 willing creatures.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Miow does not need it.
That's gonna last 24 hours.
Nice.
Cool.
Fucking clutch. I'm going to give everyone except Miow a potion of water breathing, just in case we get separated for some dumb fucking reason. And we're not near Amatrine at the end of the 24 hours, just as a backup, like a reserve shoot.
I also have an emergency air bubble spell
Oh, we should be good then.
if we need.
So all 7 of us
That
plus
will last
Neo
24
are
hours.
going down.
So who's gonna throw a rope to Miow so we can get back in the boat?
I specifically will not.
Neo kicks over a rope ladder.
There.
Nice. Okay.
Close back
Miow
on.
climbs back up.
Booger.
He'll put his armor back on.
Truly breathtaking, kicking that rope ladder.
Always. He snaps back at Theron. You're breathtaking.
Oh, romance.
All right. So, what do you do?
Well, once everyone has water breathing up, I guess we're gonna go jump over. Have Theron hold tightly on the Amatrine. Jump into the water.
now.
Go.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the boat, look down into the water, back up, make a running start, immediately stop. Do that a couple times until someone eventually just pushes her in.
Yeah, that's Val. Val not this again.
Just boots her in.
Which she immediately
Tackles
sinks.
her.
She is a straight up rock.
Oh, she's gonna sink.
Yeah, well, I tackled you, and so I'm kind of holding you as well.
Okay.
Going down with you.
So, every single person is now going into the water?
Yeah, I guess
Yep.
so.
Okay.
Well, we need to tell somebody to crank that crank first.
Miow would be working on that as you guys are all getting prepared.
All right.
You're coming down too. I see when you release
get the
that
sheep
thing,
to do it.
It's going down pretty fast.
The
Eric, I love you.
I've been training them this whole time.
At this point, they're all standing in a pyramid formation, like close out.
No, I would
They do
imagine like
Guinea force
they're all up,
pose.
they're all up in the crow's nest. He tells them to turn the crank, and they all just hit the deck and just die.
Wait, did you just say they were doing the Ginyu Force pose?
Basically.
That's literally exactly what came to my mind.
I have one more
That's so
task for
funny.
you, 9.
You know,
That's-
if we get a spaceship, I feel like these sheep are gonna be on this goddamn spaceship.
Anything.
I hope so.
Everyone, take a bite of this crank and start cranking. When I give the when I whistle, start cranking. You understand?
They hop up, bite onto the knobs, and begin like pushing.
Not yet. Just wait.
They stop.
Don't I have to be down there?
Probably.
We assume.
Their tongues are like flopping out one side of their mouth. They're all drooling.
Wait,
I mean, for great, I assume
I
you
mis-
need to be down there.
Yeah, I
am
was
I
gonna.
misunderstanding?
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna gesture to Saber and all them, but not Saber because you understand. But everyone else that's not Saber, say, can you guys please handle this instead?
Well, that means you're gesturing to Shane and Matthew because Bria can't fucking see you, man.
She can still push.
Yeah, but if he's gesturing, she's not gonna pick up on hand
Oh.
signals.
Yeah, I think we got it covered over here. Yeah.
Am I misunderstanding? Do we all have to be underneath the boat, or am I?
Ideally.
I'm the one who's assuming that 'cause he said that whenever Meow gave that initial crank, it went down there. He saw a pin that was like connecting the bell to it that was kind of brought out one notch. I'm assuming, when they turn that crank fully, it's going to pull that pin completely out, and that thing's just going.
And it's gonna go woo. Yeah, it's gonna drop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll be fine on the ship. I thought we had to be underneath the ship for some stupid reason.
No,
Okay.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
we
do.
do.
The bell's underneath.
We need
the
to be inside of the boot before that pin is released.
ship.
Yes.
Inside the bell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Underneath the ship?
Yeah.
Are you?
That's
Yeah.
where you think we need to be?
Are you?
Yes.
Is this news to you?
Are you acting as a player or in character?
Yeah, we gotta be
Well-
in the bell so that we don't. It's gonna bring us down to the C4.
Have you
Called a
checked out,
diving bell.
Eric, have you checked out these past couple hours?
No.
I've just been tending to these sheep the whole time.
All right.
You
So
know, I want to imagine like me and Vel are both holding Amatrine, bear hugging her, just like waiting and waiting and waiting for everyone else to come underneath this bell.
All right, everyone go in the water.
inside the bell,
Splash.
there are spots for everyone to like sort of grab on, like a bus or a subway. Just bars that run across. So is everyone making their way under the bell?
Yeah.
What's the water temperature?
Right
Warm.
before I go underwater, I'm gonna
Tropical.
Who peed?
I'll be the last one to go. But right before I go underwater to meet everyone, I'll just whistle and I'll be like, "Bye, 9."
Goodbye, friend. And as you're swimming under, you can see the pin begin to pull back from them rotating, and you hear a big click as it locks itself into place. You swim up under. You can like just barely hear past the bell and stuff. You hear like, oh, there's a button. you hear a lot of bye 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 before you hear clunk. Do, 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 do. The loudest ring you've ever heard in your life as this piston strikes the bell, causing a like resonance to fill your teeth, your chest, everything about you can feel this vibrate. I need Constitution saves.
You probably should have told them the signal when we're coming back up.
Oh, and everyone
Ah,
get
they'll
plus.
still get in.
Everyone get +5 next to me.
Yeah, we're all the bells, so.
That's a 28 for Miow.
+5.
Yep. Ooh.
19.
I want to use
Mine was
inspiration. on mine.
30.
Ooh.
If someone needs to be in luck desperately, I can do that, but I prefer not to have to.
Whew, okay, yeah, that's a lot better. I went from a 10 to a 28.
Excellent.
Wow.
No one is going to take any force damage, but the current around you begins to swirl in a sort of helix pattern as it heads below the depths. The bell is not moving, but you guys are. It seems as if you are caught in some sort of vortex, and you are now descending rapidly at a highly increased pace.
Is this the ocean toilet?
Essentially.
Kind of
Yeah, I can't stop breathing.
Yeah, are we being like?
Radagast's hands are just up in the air, like whee!
Are we like being stargated to the bottom of the ocean?
So what you have just activated is a magic item, yes, and yes, you were planning on taking a 3-day travel down here slowly. No, you are moving as fast as you can comprehend.
Terminal velocity. Even faster than that.
The walls of the coral-like sort of cavern that you're in extend beyond your vision. There is nothing you can...
Oh no!
There's nothing you can.
There's nothing you can.
My vision's gone black.
Nothing
DM, what do I see?
except for black. And the feeling of rushing water past your face as you are dragged further down into the depths.
I like to think with this all going on out there, it has one hand, of course, grabbing onto the handle, and the other way just reaches his shirt, grabs his little amulet of Talos, and just like starts nervously rubbing it, muttering little prayers.
Like I said, Radagast has his hands up in the air. He is having a blast.
Do we have time for a hero's feast?
No time for a hero's feast. Zero time for a hero's feast.
We're flying down
Dude,
this
yeah,
vortex.
well, it's always good to ask. Always good to ask.
You're not sure how long you've been traveling, because time is meaningless in a black void in which you are being drawn into. But you are slowly approaching what seems to be a sickly green glow. And this green glow begins to take up more of the vision down below you. And as this vortex of water almost makes contact with this green glow, it sort of opens and expands. And as you travel through at this particular time, you can finally see. Above you, still darkness, nothing but water. And as you pass through this green opening, everything around you is awash in this sickly seafoam green. There are neon-colored fish that are swimming by, completely foreign to you. Below you, spires of black and green rise out in odd angles, inhuman shapes. It seems that you're destined, or rather your destination, is maybe about another mile below you. What seems to be just a small gray cylindrical speck to you now. And as we descend, suppose we'll pick up next week with where you land.
Ooh.
Jeez.
But in the city of Mira, Thane steps out of the tyrant's office. Out onto an upper balcony. He takes one look at our cinematic view, and his face splits.
Oh. Oh no.
It makes a
Yep.
dolphin noise.
No.
Like fish people or
Mind
splits as in
flayer.
like people?
Tentacles.
Splits as in one of the fish people.
Oh.
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 Yep. That's what I gathered.
Well, looks like we have to
Uh-oh.
kill him. There's no way around it.
Well, all right,
Goddamn.
guys.
God damn.
I would love to continue, except where you're going now is combat. There is no way around this. There will be combat. So, you know, I'm giving you the opportunity to come back at a combat with a whole new session, whole fresh eyes.
Yep.
Because if you go from here, combat.
We went all around the
Yeah,
trying to get this hero's feast, and we didn't even do it.
And you didn't even do it.
you know, you clear a room. We might be able to set up a little dining table.
A little tiny.
We're gonna have
Are
2
we-
days on the
We
sh-
brought
on
the
the
picnic.
We will
Get that.
dine on the bodies of the slain enemies
Are
that we
just gonna,
destroyed
are we
next
just gonna,
week.
like pop into a room, look around, and like a hive mind will look at us like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Wait, just give us an hour.
Just like sneaking around the corner with like a chicken breast in our mouth. Just like, oh shit, that's crazy over there.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I missed the sheep already. Why can't they have come with us?
Maybe they were supposed to.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to. They were probably on their
They're
menu.
bummed. They're all bummed out.
I think they're really
yeah, they were
happy. I
supposed
don't
to
know.
be feeding. They were supposed to. I think they were just the food for the colony down there.
Probably.
Yeah.
But right now, they're a hell of a good cheerleader crew now.
We're gonna come back up. They'll be defending the ship from pirates.
I'm just
They're gonna
waiting
go to
for
regionals.
I'm just waiting for
They're gonna go
9
regional.
to be like an actual boss in this dungeon. I can't wait. Just 9.
Who?
Just randomly.
Oh, yeah.
9. 9.
We
God.
come back and Nine's defeated that Daedra pirate guy. Just like
Me-
easily.
I'm
just,
the new
sitting on his
captain.
dead body. Yeah.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
His like massive hulking body is like barely like able to even float on a ship. He's just flying in. I love it.
We-
All right, guys, I gotta go.
In a new
This is
tradition that I'd
great.
like to start, Colt, take
Right.
us out.
Next week on the Longshots, will the Longshots be able to defeat the hive mind? What's up with Thane's new dental work? And Heroes Feast, 5 out of 5 on Yelp? We'll never know. All that and more with sheep on next week's The Longshots Dungeons and Dragons. Stay tuned as we raid another channel. Good night.